Hello, Mood here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to work on my art journal, but first I will show you where the inspiration comes from. I was reading this fantasy novel, and when I opened the flap, I saw this beautiful design in the inside of the dust jacket, and I love the colors, the combination of gray and blood orange, dark orange, and I decided to do with those colors. And you will see in a second that my gesso gave me a nice present. It opened, the cap opened completely, and a lot of amount went out, but no worries. I cleaned it all up. I applied my gesso on the pages, and I closed when it was wet and opened it to get this nice texture. It almost looks like you applied crackle paste or something, so it's a nice and easy way of having some simple texture. Today I'm going to work on a page that has a lot of texture, so I chose this stencil from my stash, and I'm going to use this 3D gloss gel from Prima because I wanted it to be transparent, not white, and I will just apply it all around my edges, and I'm using my hand to get rid of some of them because I don't want it to look like it has edges, more organic. And I think I bought this stencil from my local shop, so I'm not sure if I will be able to find the link. But as much as I can reach, I am putting all the links to the supplies I'm using down below at the description area. So this is the look we get for now, and I will continue my texture work. I have this stencil that I wanted to use as well from Crafters Workshop, but before that I wanted to do some stamping, and I chose this Winter Garden stamp from my collection, and again this came with a mixed media magazine for free from a local shop, so I don't know where to find it. And I am using my distress inks in grays. I think this is Hickory Smoke, and I will just stamp these branches here and there, going around the edges of this design. And then I have another tone of gray from Memento inks, and I chose another stamp with branches, and again I'm stamping here and there to have some interest. Now I will have my leaves, and I'm using my light modeling paste this time, again to have something different. And I wanted all this stamping to stay behind, that's why I did it first. And I won't go all around, I think I will only do up and down the page. And this will be a very heavy monochromatic look with grays and blacks, and I will only have very little like pop of color of orange on one side of the page, and that's it. Now I chose my stamp from my stash. This is one of the stamps that I got first when I started mixed media. I threw the packaging, so I have no idea where it's coming from. but it's a regular stamp. I think it's a poppy, I'm not so sure. And I'm going to stamp it twice. You will see why, with my archival ink. And I wanted a watercolor look. These are my Carandash Neocolor 2 crayons. They are water soluble, so they work like watercolors. You can use anything really, whatever medium you want to use, pencils, anything, markers, use that. I'm just going to give some color using my brush, and as you see, I'm just putting some color on my mat and taking the color from there. And I colored both sets of flowers. Now I'm going to first give color to the edges. I will leave the middle area totally white. And I'm using these sponges that I have to apply my pen pastels. And I'm using one dark gray and one light gray color to paint all these edges. These sponges are very functional. You can just use your dry paper towel to clean them, and they won't carry one color from one pen to the other, which is amazing. So you don't need to buy millions of them. You can just use it for many colors. I know it looks like an ugly mess now, but I will work on it to make it look decent. No worries. I was having difficulty with those, and I took another sponge properly to use for the rest. And since this is a little bit not dense enough, I decided to use my gelatos as well. So I took a few colors, shades of gray, darker, and maybe black to go around the design to give a proper color. And finally, I'm going to use black to go around the edges. This will put a nice frame to my page as well. I also want to tell you that pen pastels and gelatos will smudge and smear, so you need to fix them. After I finished, I just sprayed a fixative spray in order not to make a mess afterwards. Put the link down below for you to see what I used. And now we have the problem of the middle of the page being dirty. So I will use gesso to apply with my hand so that it gets clean, and the difference between the edges and the middle becomes more dramatic, from white to lighter gray to black. Now that I'm happy, I'm going to stick my flowers with glue. Why I cut two sets of flowers is I'm going to make first a layer of the base, and then I'm going to stick the others with some dimension using a 3D foam tape. I'm using this tool to round them up so that they look more dimensional, and I'm using my foam tape to just stick them on top of the other. This way, when you look from an angle, they will look much better, because there's something at the bottom as well, more realistic. And I'm going to use my black marker to just draw some stems and little leaves, and I will do my white splashes all around the edges now, again to bring everything together. And I decided to use some shimmer. I think it would add a nice touch to the page. So I'm using my wax, which is silver color, on these leaves only, just randomly some silver color. And I decided to give a little bit orange color on the opposite side of the page. So I'm using my stickers and making little dots, really very few. And I will make like really 2-3 dots with red stickers, not stickers. This is Nouveau, but doing the same thing basically. And maybe I thought I would give a little bit orange base around these dots, but I didn't like it so much, so I tried to clean it after everything dried out. For my sentiments, I want to use these black stickers from Holtz, and I'm going to select a little sentence. I'm using my Stabilo All pencil. I'm not satisfied with the black stems, so I'm just go over them and making it clearer. And I chose this little sentiment to put near my flowers, and I went and made a little white frame with my white gel pen. You will see in the pictures. And this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you like my videos, please don't forget to leave comments, hit the like button or subscribe to my channel so that I know and continue doing them. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.